Hey there, it's your Avon lady, Chris Arnold, and I have your product picks for campaign 13 of 2025. And this campaign, we have a focus on sun care. And sun care, of course, is important year-round, but we do like to highlight it in the summer when we are spending more time out in the sun, when the sun tends to be a little bit more harsh, that type of environment. We want to encourage even more sun protection than the rest of the year, but you should be thinking about sun protection every day. So we do have two new additions to our sun care line that are both from our Beyond Glow collection. And all of our sunscreens are broad spectrum, meaning they protect against UVA-Bs and UVB-Bs and rays. And the way I've always learned the difference is UVA rays are the rays that are responsible for like the signs of aging, so for the damage to the skin. And UVB rays is what makes your skin burn, which of course does also still damage the skin because that's kind of like killing the top layer of cells in your skin. So this is sun care that doubles as skin care, which all of our sun care really is, but this is a little bit different from our other collection, which I'll review for anybody who's not familiar with it. First off, no visible white cast, which is not necessarily a difference, but that is an important feature of these, because if you do have a darker skin tone, really, I mean, anything other than the lightest skin tones, sunscreen can leave a white cast on your skin, which is not necessarily an appealing look. You want something that's going to absorb in and not leave behind that white, dusty look to it. So no visible white cast. It is, of course, SPF 30 and above on all of them. So we have the SPF 30 in the Sun Moisturizer, and then we have SPF 50 in the Sun Milk. So the way I'm kind of thinking about these is your Sun Moisturizer is going to be your everyday sunscreen. And it is nice and lightweight, goes on and blends in well, can be worn under makeup without causing any issues, that sort of thing. This is your everyday wear, your SPF 30, because you should have minimum SPF 30, even just going through your daily routine, even if you're not an outdoorsy person, but just, driving around town, going to and from work, kids' schools, running errands, out driving around, you get sun exposure. Also, just being near windows in your home or your office, or wherever you may be. So that's good for your everyday. And then we have the Sun Milk for those times when you need a bit more protection. So that's an SPF 50. And what was the other thing I was thinking about that? That's maybe a little bit, heavier protection for days that you're going to be out in the sun more and have more exposure. So, no visible white cast, great for anybody who's sensitive to fragrance. It's formulated without fragrance. It's not necessarily fragrance-free, but it doesn't have any added like perfumey type fragrance to it. So it's going to have a milder fragrance than some other sunscreens that you might encounter. Key ingredients that do make it, sun care that doubles as skin care is hyaluronic acid, which plumps, leaves the skin kind of plump and supple, like just really improves kind of the bounce and the feel of the skin. Ceramides, which are ceramides, which protect the skin's barrier, which helps the skin hold in moisture. And Centella asiatica, our good friend Cica or tiger grass, is going to hydrate and soothe the skin. So great addition to both our Beyond Glow collection and our sun care line. Then we also have our Solaire collection, and this is more of like sun care meets luxury skincare. It's a little bit more of the skincare properties in it. Suitable for all skin types, even sensitive skin. We have three options. We have a SPF 50 for the face. We have an SPF 50 for face and body. And then we have the everyday mineral face protection, which is going to use mineral sun protection instead of like the more chemical options. And these have key ingredients of paenol and peony extract, which help to restore cell growth, restore the cell growth rate of mature skin. As we age, our cells regrow more slowly. and it's going to stimulate production of collagen, which of course is like the building block of the skin, helps keep the skin, firm and smooth, and control an excess production of melanin, which is of course where you get the hyperpigmentation and discoloration in the skin. Also has niacinamide, which helps with the appearance of pores, skin tone, fine lines and wrinkles, and helps to protect from environmental stressors. So it has that antioxidant component to it. So just a really good option maybe for more mature skin looking for those skincare benefits. But still great for younger skin to help keep it from looking like mature skin. And then we did also include some of our vitamin C, our new vitamin C collection, just because vitamin C, while not being sun protection itself, it really kind of helps, it's a great partner for your sun protection because it does help with some of that damage that you might get from the sun, helps with clearing the skin tone and getting rid of discolorations and things like that. So this is a great partner with your sunscreen to kind of boost the benefits of your sunscreen. So we like to include those. And we have our brightening serum, our vitamin C peel pads. I like to use those anywhere that I've got that I've gotten a little bit too much sun exposure, or maybe wasn't using my sunscreen and want to kind of brighten those areas up a bit, even them out. And the illuminating priming moisturizer, which is like one of my go-to products that I like. It's a great kind of everyday moisturizer and very lightweight, so it adds in well to any skincare regimen that you want to add it to. And so aside from sun care, I had a couple of other new things that I wanted to share that are not necessarily brand new this campaign, but that I might have forgotten to highlight when they were brand new. One of which that's not even actually in the brochure. But the first one is we have our new Glimmer Fine Line Brow Pencil. And this is a great option for very natural looking brows. Really cool pencil. As you can tell, I have very, they're not as bushy as they used to be, but I have very full brows. So I generally, brow pencil is not something that I use regularly. So I deliberately went and got a lighter shade. So hopefully I can play with my brows a little bit and you'll still be able to see it, because I was afraid you might not be able to see it on there. But it's got a micro tip. Whoops, I opened the wrong end. Has a micro tip. It's very, very fine line, very thin little, and it works like our glimmer sticks where it twists up when you need more, but you start out with just a little bit there. And then we have the spoolie end, which blends and grooms the brows for a natural look, because sometimes they get a little wild and out of control. And it does have a matte finish, so it's a buildable, long-wearing, creamy, and firm formula. So keep in mind, don't have a lot of practice at this. I mean, I understand the basics, but it's not something that I do as part of my regular everyday makeup routine. And I'll do a little on the back of my hand too, because I'm sure that'll show better. I'm also working backwards on the camera here. Actually with the camera backwards, my camera is flipping the picture. So I don't think that's going to work the way I thought it would, because I can't do that. My brain won't work where I'm going the right direction looking at the picture. But it does have a nice, very fine, let me see, let's do here where I've got a little bit less discoloration. So it's got a very fine line, and you can get in there and put some really natural looking brows in there to fill in the brows. And then of course you have the spoolie to brush those out and shape them and that. So I think this is going to be, I keep putting the caps on the wrong ends. The clear cap goes on the spoolie, the red cap goes on the end with the color. I don't know why I keep putting that on the wrong end, but great addition to our brow care line. Really like those. And then the other one that I wanted to share is not in the brochure. It's just on our website. And if you're one of my face-to-face customers, you can ask me about these and I can show them to you or send you some pictures or something. But they are our Code Mood Touch Mini Eyeshadow Palettes. And they come in 4 shades. I got 2 of them. I got the, what color? This is Smoky Ash. I'll open that up so you can see that there, Smoky Ash. And this is Vintage Cherry. There's also one that is like all shades of brown, and one that is lighter, softer pinks with a little bit of gray mix. Really, really like these. Today I'm wearing the Smoky Ash. I'm got kind of this like soft pink color here all over. Then I've got a little bit of the this more kind of taupey, mauve gray here in the crease. And then I used a very thin line of the kind of sparkly dark gray along the lash line. This is also a great set for a really, really nice smoky eye look. Really, really pretty for that. And I'll let you get a little bit closer look at. So I've got kind of that pink color in here. I've got the darker, more kind of taupey gray color here. And then I've got that black. I just brushed it a little bit along the line. I didn't go for a bold eyeliner today. But they're great colors. They're very, very like soft, fine powder. And I'm going to do that on this side because they're lighter colors. So it's a nice soft pink. You can see there. And then this is kind of the taupey color there. And they're very, very soft and blendable, so you can kind of build the color, get as much color as you want out of it. This is the light gray, which is really a pretty color. And then the fun little kind of glittery silver gray there that I used as a nice eyeliner in that. And then we've got the cherry, and I'll just do the cherry on the other arm. So we've got kind of a nice light pink. It's a very, very soft, very nude pink. Then you've got the little bit darker pink, but not like super bright. This one has the shimmer or the glitter in the medium pink. There we go. And it's not super glittery. It's kind of a subtle glitter. And then you've got this darker kind of brown color that would work great for, again, you could do a really nice smoky eye with this one too. So just thought these were really, really cool. They are very pocket friendly. So these would be great for like if you have a date night coming up. You can throw these in your bag and then do a nice new look before you leave the office or the gym or wherever. They would actually be great even if you don't have a nice date night or something or night out planned, but just to have in your gym bag, a great way to. And you can apply, with fingers like I was doing here, or for even more control. And I always am going to make a push for the makeup brushes. I love the makeup brushes. I use them with all my makeup, even if it comes with an applicator. So we have two options for the eyeshadows. We have the precision brush, which has this kind of fine line angled brush there that I use that as liner. And then this one is a more fine precision, if I want to be really limited in where the color goes. This one is more for blending. And this is more for your all-over color, if you want just a sweep of color. And I also need to clean my brushes. So that is what I've got for you for Campaign 13. Hope y'all are having a great day, and I will see you again in a couple of weeks.